Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Friday the 21st of May 2021. And I see in the news there has been a huge drop in the bird populations in the Arctic, according to a new report from the Arctic Council. And of course it's because of the change in the climate. And apparently the Arctic is warming at 2 times the rate of the rest of the world. Other affected creatures are such as the caribou. Yes, yet more effects of climate change. We're seeing it around us all the time, of course. It's urgent that we try to address it as soon as possible. Every day that goes past, it gets more and more urgent, of course. I don't have the solutions. We have partial things. We have things that we can do that can improve the situation, of course, but for future generations, I have no idea what they'll be facing. Okay, so I have absolutely no idea of the level of this puzzle, even though it says hard. Until I attack it, I've no idea if it's going to be hard or not, but let's get stuck in, shall we? So for anybody that's just starting Sudoku, a very, very brief rundown of the rules, and that is that we have 9 rows across, 9 columns down, and in each of the rows and columns we need to fit numbers 1 to 9 uniquely, because there are 9 squares in each, so that means a number can fit only once. Also, we're looking at these boxes here, and these boxes also we are fitting numbers 1 to 9. So how do we go about finding numbers? Well, as I mentioned, a number can appear only one time in a column, a row, or a block. So in this row, this 3 can't appear again. So there can be no 3 in any of these 3 squares here. And this 3 blocks these 2 squares here. And this 3 from down here in this column stops that from being a 3. So a 3 must appear here. There's nowhere else it can go. And that's how we find numbers, basically. We do stuff like that. I see this 3 actually blocking down this column here, and this 3 blocking this row here will also leave us with just 1 square, so 3's got to go there. That 3 will take across this row here, and this 3 blocking down, and this 3 across this row here, so kind of blocked, and blocked down here gives us a 3 in this position here also. Now I see something which I think is useful. That's good, an early start here. Something I've seen is quite useful. 3 is blocking down here, and 3 is blocking down here. So 3 will appear either here or here. Do you agree? In this shoot down here, 3 blocks down here, 3 blocks down here. So 3 will be either here or here. So what that means is we do not have a 3 in the center row in this shoot here of these 3. So that means that 3 will have to appear in the center shoot here, right? It's either here or here, or here or here for these 2 boxes. So that means here it has to be either one of these 2, and we have an intersecting 3, so we can put a 3 there. That was quite nice. I see a 9 in this column blocking those 2 squares, 9 blocking those 2 squares, and a 9 across here. So that gives us a 9 here. I'm not sure how many easy ones we're going to get today, but let's just keep at it. I see a 4 blocking up here, 4 blocking up here, and a 4 blocking across, so that's got to be a 4 in that position there. Okay, still looking for anything that might be considered reasonably easy, just in case. As I say, I have no idea really about how easy or difficult this is going to be. do see some pairs, candidate pairs, but I should try to hold off on putting them in just yet. Let's see how far we can go without filling in any candidates first of all. Unfortunately, it may not be too far today. Okay, I'm scanning around the board, going through the numbers, looking to see what I can see that might be easy or doable, or just remove numbers, or rather isolate them into pairs and that kind of thing. And I am seeing some paired candidate locations, but I'm not really seeing anything that's absolutely definite, anything that's really easy. So, but I am continuing to look just in case. I think that's it without candidates for me. I think I'm actually gonna have to start filling in some candidates because I am going to be stuck otherwise. Okay, so well, that's quite early. You know, the previous ones in this particular week have been pretty simple, so now we've got something a bit more challenging, let's say, puzzle. So let's fill in some candidates. So first of all, I'm going to fill in this 4 blocking across here, 4 blocking across here, and 4 is allowed to come here and here. If you're uncertain about this, if it's the first time you've tried pencil marks, what I'm doing is filling in possible candidates, or rather candidates in the locations where they are allowed to go, especially if there are only 2 possibilities. For example, this 2 blocks this column here, this 2 blocks this square. So there are 2 places where a 2 can go. So I'm going to fill in these candidate 2s, we call them candidates, because that's the only 2 places they can go, and this is an important part of playing Sudoku. So I'm just going to keep on doing that kind of thing around the board. 8 blocking here, 8 blocking down here gives us a pair of 8s. Oh, no, hold on a second. Don't need to do that. I've just found a number. Oops, excuse me, I'll get rid of that. Okay, look, 8 blocking this square here, so 8 will appear either here or here. So then we consider this bottom segment 8 blocks down this column. The eventual 8 that comes here or here will block these 2 squares. We have an 8 blocking here, so 8 has to go there, doesn't it? I'm not sure that's given us much else, but that's something at least. Okay, I see the 5 blocking down here, 5 blocking down here will give us a pair of 5s in these 2 squares. The 8s that I mentioned, 8 blocking here, 8 blocking down here, so the 8s will be in those 2 locations there. The 1 across here, so 1 will be in these 2 squares. I'm just looking for paired candidates, numbers that can only appear in 2 squares within a block. The 6 blocking up here, so 6 can be either in that square or that square, nowhere else. The 7 blocking across here means that 7 must appear either here or here. Five blocking along here and 5 blocking along here gives us a pair of 5s here. This 1 blocks this square here from being a 1, but we don't have a 1 in this column yet, so 1 has to be either here or here. It can't be here. Okay. Two blocking along here and 2 blocking along here, so a pair of 2s in these 2 squares here. Okay, this is going to be, I think this looks tougher than previous Sudoku puzzles, by quite a large margin. I mean, for the Guardian, you know, by quite a large margin, I think. Unless I'm proved wrong. 7 blocking up here, 7 blocking across, so 7 is a pair in these two squares. Nine blocking along here, 9 blocking along this row means that 9 is a pair here and here. 8 blocking here, 8 blocking here, and 8 down. So that's a pair of 8s in those two squares there. Threes. I forgot to fill in the candidate threes that I mentioned right from the start. Okay, actually something we found early on, right? There was 3 limited to these two squares and 3 limited to these two squares because of the intersecting 3's from above. Okay, so I actually found that earlier on, but I forgot to write in the candidates. Might as well do that now. Ah, 9 blocking down here, 9 blocking across here. Okay, this is a useful thing. So look, in fact we found a naked pair. I didn't notice before. Okay, so 7 and 9 are in this column, 7 and 9 are in this row. Hope you spotted that before me. What does it mean? Since we've got these two squares blocked, it means 7 and 9 appear in that square and that square, and only 7 and 9 can appear, so that 5 now is not true anymore, and that was part of a pair, so we can in fact deduce that that is a 5, and it goes there. We should probably look at the other numbers here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 we don't have yet. 4 blocks this square here, so 4 is in fact a pair in these two cells. Write carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 we don't have yet. Are there any blocking 6's? No, but hold on, because this 8, we don't yet have an 8 in this box here. 8 blocks this square, so 8 has got to be here. So in fact we have another 2 numbers in 2 squares, so that's nothing else can appear in those squares, so we're just looking in the remainder now. So that's the 6, that's the last number. If you count through, you'll find that's the only number. We don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was our missing number, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Okay, so now 6 brings us down here, and 6 comes across here, so that limits us to just 2 squares here as candidates, and when we bring those 6's up, they will block that column, and this blocks this square here. So in fact 2 and 6 are a pair here, which is very useful because now we understand that 2 and 6 have to be here like this. This has to be 4 and 8, and this will have to be 4 and 8 because that's the only 2 digits left, right? 2, 6 can't be anything else. We have two other boxes. One of them contains 4 and 8. The other must also contain 4 and 8, but clearly it can't be an 8 because we have an 8 here. So that's got to be a 4, and that's got to be an 8, and that has got to be a 4. And that was quite nice, okay, because we also can remove that candidate 8 there and fill in an 8 there. We also see that 2 blocks this square, so 2 will have to be down here, right? And so there's only one number left, and the missing number is a 6. And this is a 2, and then 2 has to be the last number here in this row, so we can fill that in now. Okay, looks good. Let's fill in 2s up here, 2 blocking up here, 2 blocking up here. So candidates. So I'll just put in the 2s to remind us. This is not essential now, we know already, but I'll put them in. It might help us later on to go at higher speed if we want to do such a thing. Okay, up in the top now, 6 is this square here because 6 blocking, 6 blocking. Okay, we can remove candidate 6 there. What else is missing here? A 2 is missing. But we can't really tell where it goes, can we? No, we don't know where the 2 goes just yet, so we shall hold off on it for a moment. But something else, since we have a 2 blocking here and a 2 blocking here, in this column we don't yet have a 2, so that is our 2 and that is our 1. That's why it's sometimes useful to write in candidates, makes it easier to remember or see. Okay, now we can find out the missing number down here. It's got to be a 1, hasn't it? Okay, so we'll write in candidate 1 to help us remember. Okay. The missing number here now is 7, but we can't really do anything about that for the moment, so we'll just ignore it for the moment and get on with other things. We are missing a pair of 4s here now. This could be useful. Okay, look, 4 blocks these 2 squares here. So what do we notice? When we see a pair of 4s like this, and very close by another pair of 4s, that's easy to spot. Because I'm writing in paired candidates. That means no 4 can exist in the right-hand column in this box or this box, but must appear here. The 4 must appear in the right-hand column in this lower right-hand block here. But see, 4 is blocking here and 4 is blocking here. So we've actually found a number. That number goes there. Okay, we have a pair of 6s here, because this 6 blocks those 2 squares there. Okay, let's. Not sure where to look next. Maybe up here. What's missing up here? 1. No, we just know that it's not there. That's all. 2 we have already. 3, 4. We have 5. 5 blocked from this square also. So 1 and 5 are both blocked from this square here. And in fact, there is only one other number, isn't there? Is that right? Oh no, 2 other numbers, sorry. 1, 5. Others are 7 and 8. 8 blocks along here. Actually, I'm going to put in that pair of 8 candidates just because it will make it easier to remember and see. 8 blocking along here, 8 down here. It won't help us down here because we already have the other 8s, but just help to remind myself. 7 blocking along that row and there, but 3 squares left. So no, in fact, can't quite get it yet. Not sure where to look really to find the best options. So I'm probably going to have to go the whole hog and fill in the rest of the candidates as well, because my ability to find pairs is now waning. And so I'm going to need to... Oh! Foolish me. 6, look! I had a pair of 2 or 6 here. I bet you've been laughing at me the whole time, haven't you? Of course, that now can't be a 6. That's got to be a 6. And that's got to be a 2. Silly me. Okay, now, that means that 2 is blocked from here. That means 2 will be in these 2 squares, 7 and 2, so we'll have a pair. So that 1 won't be able to exist. The 1 will come here now. Okay. Shall I fill in those 2s? Let's just do it. 2 and 2, okay. And of course 1 will be a pair along here now, because one blocking this square and this one blocking this square. Okay. Where to look next? Where to look next? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. As I was saying before that, let's put the 6s in here. So sorry, 6 blocking this square, 6 blocking these two squares, 6 blocking these two squares will give us a pair of 6s in this location. Okay, thank you, that's good. So very similar to what happened with the 4s here. Look, I've noticed 6 and 6 in the central column and the right hand column, and 6 and 6 paired numbers in the central and right hand column. That means in this box down here, in the third box in the chute, 6 must appear in the left hand column here, and we already have an intersecting 6 here. So 6 has got to come down there, which is nice because now we can get rid of that 6 and say that 6 goes there. Now that means 1 is blocking this square, so 1 will have to appear in this column here, meaning that that 1 will no longer be true, and so 1 will appear there. 1 will appear there. Sounds like the Queen is about to give an audience. Right, what's left there? 5 and 7, so the 5 is blocked from this square, will give us a pair of 5s in these two places. And the 7s we still don't know about just yet. But now 7 blocking along here, so 7 will appear as a pair here and here, right? 7 blocking, 7 blocking. So 7 now will appear in these two squares, and guess what we've done it again? We're very lucky here because we found 2, 7, 2, 7, yet another naked pair. So that 5 won't exist there, but must be in this location here. Okay, we're looking good. 2, 7, 2, 7. Yep, matching 3, 1. Okay, it's a good idea sometimes to check your pairs and see if they match with other paired candidates somewhere else in the grid, and that means normally that you haven't made a mistake, although it doesn't have to mean that. It usually means that. So let's put in candidate 1 here now, since I'm filling in candidates anyway. What else are we missing? We're missing a 5. 5 blocks this square here. Oh, 5 is going to be along here now. 5 is going to be here. Okay, so in fact maybe we're now actually able to finish the puzzle. We could have found a key number there. 5 blocking along here, 5 blocking down here. That will be a 5. This is going to leave a pair of 5s up here. I'll put in the candidates just in case I forget them. Okay, but down here, that will actually give us a number because this 5 blocks here and 5 blocks there. So that's our 5. And there's one number missing here, which I believe is a 9, right? Okay, we don't yet. We have 1 and 9 missing, so 9 can't go here. That's got to be a 7. That's our 9 now. Down here will be 9 and 9. Is that any help? Oh, no, not yet. Okay. I'll fill in the candidates. Okay, well, that was enjoyable. Now this 5, of course, blocks that 5 now, and so quite clearly 5 is in this location, and that means that can't be true, so 5 is here, and we're overwriting a 9, so the 9 is here, and now 6, 9 pair, 9 is here, 6 is here. That 6 can't exist because of this 6, so that's a 6. I'm overwriting a 2, so the 2 is there. I'm overwriting a 4, so the 4 goes there. There's one number missing, it's an 8. We can fill that in now. Now 8 must be in this square here, not that one. The missing number here is 7. Okay, 7 or 2, that's clearly a 2, that's our 7. Down here, 7, no, that's our 7, that's our 2. Okay, that was very helpful, very useful. This 4 means that's no longer a 4. That is our 4. The missing number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 here. So 7 is not there, 7 is there, and I'm overwriting an 8, and now I'm overwriting a 3, and now 3, 1, well that's our 3 and that's our 1, and that's our 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's a 9. And the last number for the puzzle is a 9. Let's just double check and make sure I haven't made any mistakes. To our hard level puzzle, they designated it, and I'm going to say yeah, it's definitely not an expert level puzzle, but I think a hard level is a reasonable designation this time, especially compared to the other very easy puzzles that have been on offer. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much. Click on the list of other hard Sudoku puzzles that come up at the end, and please subscribe to this channel and other Sudoku channels. Thank you very much. Bye bye.